Much of our history, from Pittsburgh to Chattanooga, we live in one of the most richest history points of this part of this country. This was wilderness when Daniel Boone come through here. We had to make peace with the Indians just to make a travel through here. We had to figure out how to navigate railroads through these mountains. We had to figure out how to build the dams with the TPA that you was talking about, how to save lives and make jobs here. You know, I started traveling. Well, we always traveled. My mom and dad took us every year. We went somewhere on vacation, and I assumed that everybody did that. Then I'd go back to school in the fall. What'd y'all do? Well, we just got up one day and went to Louisville and ended up in Nashville and then went on down to Atlanta. What'd you do? I'd never been out of Fall Branch, you know. And we were encouraged to travel. My granny never drove a car. How many times did she cross this country?
15 times.
Yeah, train, bus, walk. She got out there because she wanted to see it. You know, I encourage people to see that. I started traveling with wrestling in 1990. And one of the things that I miss about the Appalachians, when was the last time you seen something painted on a barn? You don't see them now. They got digital signs everywhere. They got billboards that turn 40 different colors and do this. I mean, social media, that's a part of our history that's lost. But I can remember years ago, you would travel and everywhere you went, you saw signs. You know, when I was wrestling in Memphis, and there would be big signs everywhere that's painted on everything. Who is the daddy? 1-800-DNA test. Now, I realized then, this is in the mid-90s, what kind of shape was this world coming to when they have to put that up there? I said, you know, I don't know who their daddy is, but I know who the father is. He's the Alpha and the Omega. He's the beginning and the end. He is the great I am. Years ago, I was going to Duffield, Virginia to wrestle. My little sister Autumn went with me. And we saw a sign that said Yerd Sale. YERDCELL. We laughed about that thing. We still laugh about it. I'll text her in the middle of the night, Yerd Sale. YERDCELL. Yard sale, but they spelled it wrong.
Yard sale.
That was a sign in Southwest Virginia. Now, that sign tells me this. It's our imperfections that we remember. If it would have just said yard sale, I wouldn't be talking about it 25 years ago. We're all made different. We all have little imperfections. God did not make us all different to want us to be the same. A lot of people don't get that. They don't realize that. When you go to Buckhorn, Kentucky, anybody know where Buckhorn, Kentucky is? It's 3 miles from the end of the world. That's where it's at. It's in Perry County. As you leave Chavez, Kentucky, and get to the top of the mountain, there's a great big red piece of plywood painted in blood red. Skulls for sale. I have never stopped to ask because I was afraid I would be the next one for sale. But it's a reminder, death is all around us at all times. If you go to Appalachian, Virginia, and go over the mountain to go to Harlan, Kentucky, first little community you come to and going that way is a place in Kentucky called Hell for Shore. The coal miners named it that when it became a coal village. But when you get to the top of the mountain, it says, "Welcome to the Bluegrass State, Kentucky." Somebody has shot this thing about 4 times with a shotgun. They then has spray painted "Welcome to Hell" over it. It's been that way for years. I don't know why the state has not fixed it, or they have fixed it. They just keep coming back doing it. But when you go over that, you see that mountain. We know death is there. And we know if we don't know Jesus, we're going to hell. And as you come off of that mountain and you're going to Hell for Shore, Kentucky, as you get to the bottom of that mountain, there's a barn. And painted on the side of it is 2 powerful but very simple words. Jesus saves. If you've ever seen the TV show Justified, that barn is on the opening credits of that TV show. It's been there for years. You know, years ago I was driving through Charleston, West Virginia when I was wild and crazy and young and single and just stupid. Me and my friend, and we seen this big sign that says, "Are the way you're living today, is it going to take you to heaven?" And we looked at each other and said, not today. That's a reminder that we stumble and fall every day. But we have to keep the faith, just like Arlen Sanders. He could have had that $200 billion company. But would he have peace of mind? He could have won all those lawsuits, but how would it really change his life? Sure, he would have rewards. He could afford more stuff. But all that money, all that hardship, all that stuff that he lost, when his eyes closed here in 1980 and they opened in heaven, he forgot about all that stuff. He wouldn't come back here even if we give it all back to him. He never gave up the faith. He loved the Lord. When you go in his museum in Corbin, there's an album that his family member gave me and Misty a copy of, because we're in there all the time. We always talk to him. Colonel Sanders sings his favorite hymns. They can't sell them anymore because they don't own the rights to Colonel Sanders. But they gave us one of the records, and we have it in our trophy case at home. There's all kinds of stuff about where he had raised money for churches, for children, for needy people, for handicapped people. He had his reward, and I believe that was in helping others. He fought for what was rightfully his. And someday those people are going to have to answer for what they did to that man. But he's forgot about it because he has peace. He never lost the faith. He loved our Lord. And I hope everybody here tonight follows that. I hope everybody here tonight knows Jesus. And if you don't, I will gladly introduce you to him right here tonight before we leave. Thank you all for having me here tonight. I love coming down here. You all are so good to us. And anybody's got